On this episode, we're powder coating a battery holder. First, build your battery holder. Second, sandblast the battery holder. Here we go. So now what I'm doing is I'm prepping the parts for the oven before we spray them, because they have to bake, and so this is gonna have to hang. So I want to be able to get it hung before, because if you do it afterwards it's going to be covered in powder and you'll mess it all up. Standard grate. It's been used a few times. So what I do is I come after, I sandblast the grate. You can still see there's some powder coating left on there. But what we need is a clean spot to conduct electricity. So usually so we want this to dangle like this. So this is going to be our conductor and our holder. So this is, I made this little spray thing. So my machine hangs here, my parts hang here. I could sit parts up here. This rotates. But now I can unclamp it and put it back in there without disturbing it too much. So then even though we sandblasted it and all of that other stuff. Clean it, clean it, clean it. So the way this whole machine works is electricity, positive and negative charges. One of these is positive, the other one's negative, and the powder sticks to it, and then that's how it's applied. So you need to make sure that the parts you're powder coating are getting a charge. So this is just continuity tester. And you know, touch here, so that's charged, that's charged, that's charged. So I know when I hook up my ground to this, then the ground is flowing to these parts, and then the powder coat will stick to them. Now the other thing you got to worry about is, can you get to your parts while you're powder coating without touching them? So we can move this. Back. And I think that'll work. So, you know, this stuff's gonna fuzz out, and you just kind of go like this and get it to stick. The hard part's gonna be underneath. I think it's acceptable. You can throw a towel. You can throw a towel or something on top of this. The powder won't stick to it, and then you don't have to clean it off for the next time. Okay, so let me set up the booth, and then we'll apply powder. So the guys that do this for a living harp on the grounds. Make sure you got grounds everywhere. So if you look down, there's an old set of jumper cables that got connected to the base of this unit, and then it runs outside. The big screw that goes into the ground that holds this tent down is my ground. So it's in the ground, that's a ground. It's connected to this, that's a ground. My plug is a 3-prong, it has a ground. So lots of grounds. So it's not like painting, because you're not going to touch it. So these are microplastics. Don't breathe them in. That's why the fans are running. You can watch. I'll spray it. See how it goes up? It's going to get sucked out. I'm not going to breathe it. And then all you do is just fog your part. This gun is set about 4 psi. That's it. It's done. Don't drop it. Don't touch it. Try not to knock all your powder off while you move it. So I got the oven at 400 degrees, the little red light's on. I got my timer set. It's preheating right now, but we can put it in there while it's still preheating. So we can talk about coatings. I like mine to look a little fuzzy. Which just means I got lots of it on there. Slide it in. Close the doors. In 20 minutes it'll be done. Make sure you let them cool off. You baked them at 400 degrees. So these are cooled off. And you can see how this is all shiny now, because the powder was sticking to it and then we baked it on. So the next time we use this, we're going to have to clean the powder off of the grate. We're going to have to clean, next time we use this, we're going to have to clean the powder off the grate so we can get an electrical connection. So the only thing I forgot to talk about is part of the process is that there's a button you got to push. You pull the trigger and hit the button. My button, I taped it closed because that way you don't forget. That's what creates the electrical current. I don't know why you would be spraying powder if you're not throwing current at it. And if you're not throwing current, then you're not spraying powder, so it seems kind of redundant to have a switch and a trigger. But that's just me. It should just all be in one. So there you get a better look of how it's going to look when it's finished. Not too shabby. That's all for this part. Now I got to do the rest of this part. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day.